Big time showing by our boys last week in the rain at home. We stomp out the 16th ranked Miami Hurricanes 59-13, and we are absolutely buzzing on defense to start this season. This game featured one of my favorite sequences of all time playing NCAA14. Backups are in the game for us. Rushing touchdown gets scored. Forced fumble on the ensuing kickoff, returned back to the one. Touchdown on the next play. And then the first play of the next drive, pick six, 21 points in 20 seconds of actual game time. It was so cool to see. Boston College is on deck today. Welcome back to the series. I'm Kimbroplays. Let's go. Despite our dominant showing, we do drop in the polls. North Carolina slides into the #1 spot. Road win at now 3-loss Clemson. Personally, I thought our win was more impressive, but the coaches disagree. The ACC still flexing its muscle. We have 6 conference teams inside of the top 12. It's wild. But enough about last week. We've got some bangers on deck in week 7. #1 North Carolina on the road at #4 Pitt. Both teams are so similar statistically. I can't wait to see how this one finishes. Also in the ACC, #9 Syracuse on the road at #5 NC State. Syracuse with the #3 offense in the country, powered by the #3 passing offense. They are dangerous, and it would be a huge boost for either team as they look to push us and North Carolina for the conference title. Lastly, in the Big Ten, #14 Penn State on the road at a place we handled in week 2 in Ann Arbor at #7 Michigan. Another matchup that looks pretty even on paper, and don't forget it's a 12-team playoff this year, so the implications for these types of games are huge. Andrew Adams back in pole position for the Heisman. A somewhat quiet game from him last week. He did throw his first interception of the year, but a matchup against an average Boston College team is exactly what the doctor ordered to get the stats back on track. Bill O'Brien still in charge at BC, 27-26 record in 5 years at Boston College. After a very solid start in getting the extension, he has not met expectations, and he needs to put on a good showing against us today. The BC roster, Xavier Perry is a dude, one of the best linebackers in all of college football at 93 overall, but outside of that, BC does not provide much of a threat. Watson, the defensive tackle, is solid, but against us, you're going to need more than 2 players over 81 on your roster. Daniel Kendrick is their quarterback 181 overall, 82 throw power, 81 throw accuracy, but only 62 speed. Maybe he'll show us something, but I'm not really worried about him. Boston College 2-2 coming into this game. C+ overall for the roster, but to tell you the truth, that feels a little generous based on what we just looked at. I am much more impressed by Marshall so far. Top 10 in total offense and total defense, and I gotta shout it out because it's incredibly rare for us. +4 on the turnover differential, and we're ranked inside the top 10. Look at us.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought?
Not me. The Joan, much better weather this week, and the sun is shining. Boston College in town today. The ACC Atlantic race is wild and heating up. 5 ranked teams currently on this side of the bracket. Although I have no clue how Clemson is still a top 25 team. They suck. I can't wait to take on Syracuse. That one's going to be a good one. Marshall going to get us started today, starting this drive at the 31. Andrew Adams in shotgun, fakes the give to Casey Smith, now drifts back and left, gets outside of the pocket, flips it to Brennan Armstrong, working his way upfield and falling forward 15 yards on first down for the tight end. Bit of a broken play on first down, but we make something out of it. Now tossing it to the other tight end on this roster as Cedric Britt jukes upfield, fighting off tackles, and he's down inside the 25 already. That's a 29-yard reception for quickly my favorite player not named Brennan Armstrong on this offense. He has become dynamic. Cedric Britt, we got to get him on the field much more. First and 10, 2 plays, and we're inside the 25, and we give it to 25 for the first time. Casey Smith falling forward has 3. Now sweeping left with him, has a huge hole. Nice job by the left side of the offensive line. 8 yards and a first down. Now a quick screen out to Chandler Taylor. He gets hit. Falling forward, he's got 6. Marshall inside the 10. Flipping it over to the middle. Tommy Chambers pushing forward. And just like that, Marshall is into the end zone. An 8-yard touchdown. 4 for 4 on the drive for Andrew Adams. Tommy Chambers on the little drag route, falling through a linebacker, and Marshall gets on the board first. Beautiful start by the boys. Boston College, Ostrander getting the handoff on first down, met by the linebacker Aaron Soule. and drugged down after a gain of 1. Hot start for Marshall on offense, and a good start by this defense as they go counter to Ostrander. Getting stood up, gang tackled. He's got 5, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 4. Marshall coming after him. They try to set up the screen. Tyrone Hooper, the defensive tackle, is all over Shane Smith. They're going backwards, and it is a 3 and out just like that. Good punt, however, sets us up inside the 20 as Casey Smith was dead to rights in the backfield. Should have been a TFL. He ends up wiggling out and gets 8. Now another inside give. Casey Smith shedding another tackle. 2 broken tackles on back-to-back plays, 9 yards. Another first down. Making an adjustment at the line. 3rd straight give to Casey Smith. 3rd straight run of 10. Falling forward, he has another first down. Casey Smith between the tackles, falling forward. Oh my goodness, Casey Smith, 8 yards. Just keep feeding this man. Well, as a matter of fact, he's exhausted. Jeff Clemens in the game now as Andrew Adams gets outside of the pocket and then ends up getting shoestring tackled. It's going to count as a sack as we were out there on the scramble, leaving us with a 3rd and 9. Now stepping up in the pocket, looking to run, getting outside of the numbers, juking upfield, breaking a tackle inside the 20, 35-yard scramble for Andrew Adams. I know he's not James Fuqua, but he is absolutely dangerous in the open field. Bit of a long strider with that 6'3" frame. Really nice play by the redshirt freshman QB. Heisman frontrunner, now a play action. Adams, well protected, getting outside of the pocket, looking for somewhere to go. Now fumbles the ball and gets stuck in an animation. No way. Bennett for Boston College dives all over this. We were out of energy. Probably silly to run it. Should have slid. Perry hits us, but we get stuck in this animation. Look at Adams. We could have dove on the ball, and he just, oh, NCAA14, you're killing me. You're killing me. Oh, that's so annoying. All right, anyway, good drive for Marshall. Squandered as Boston College coming out throwing. There's Casey Scott on a 20-yard. Nice little corner route to the sideline. That was a tough throw. Kendrick showing me something. Counter to Ostrander. Nope. They have not had success running the ball. TFL, Aaron Sowell in the backfield. 2nd and 11, Ostrander. Look at Ryan Young fill the hole. Swarmed. Corey Brown dives in there late. 1 yard gain. It's a 3rd and 10. Marshall getting the fans fired up still early in this first quarter. Kendrick scrambling around, throwing across his body, and Ryan Young reading the quarterback's eyes is going to pick this one off. Love to see it from the 6'6" middle linebacker as he just kind of slides alongside with the quarterback and stays right in the passing window. Nice job by Ryan Young. And that kind of makes up for the turnover that we had. It's like it never happened with Andrew Adams. Marshall getting it inside the 25. First play of the drive, looking for Casey Smith on the screen as he jukes upfield, gets hit from behind. Nice little 6-yard gain, change of pace on first down, not just a run up the middle. Now Adams looking to scramble, now cuts it back, well protected, running out of time, just going to launch this one through the back of the end zone. They only sent 3 there, did a good job containing us, and we had nowhere to step up, leaving us with a 3rd and 4. Counter to Casey Smith out the back door, spinning, fighting off a few tackles. He's going to be tackled inside the 10. He's got the first down. 7 carries, 55 yards for Casey Smith as he has had an electric first quarter as we go sweep right to him, and he's into the end zone. Speaking of 9-yard touchdown run for Casey Smith, who has quietly had an impressive start to his senior season as he's the #1 guy for this run offense. And man, oh man, has he looked good. Speaking of looking good, Notre Dame ranked win 31-24 over number 17 Cal. Notre Dame, as you guys know, on our schedule later this year. So 5-1 inside the top 10. They look pretty solid. Marshall up 2 scores as BC looking to set up the next drive. Pressure was coming on Kendrick. He throws this one away quickly. Incomplete on first down. Good tackle there by Andrew Jackson, stopping Ostrander. And it's just like that. It's 3rd and 5. BC backed up. We send 3. Pressure getting home. No way. Hooper. And this one's picked off by Daniels. I didn't even know what to say. Hooper had him sacked in the backfield. A late throw back across the middle. And it's going to end up being Kenneth Daniels' INT. Hooper, he is massive. I have no idea how Kendrick got off this, but what a nice play, undercutting the post route by Kenneth Daniels. Back-to-back drives, ending with a Marshall INT. Casey Smith, ooh, you do not want to see him in the open field like that, rumbling at you. He can juke you. He can power through you. 15 yards. He's almost up to 80 yards in the first quarter alone. Sweep left, Smith bouncing outside, and for the first time, he has a negative play. Good job by Boston College. James Blank in there on the TFL. 2nd and 12, flipping it to the sideline. Tommy Chambers gets hit. He's got 9 back, and that is the end of the first quarter. So we start the second. Oh, no, we look to throw it up the sideline. Nice job by Boston College on the blitz. They wanted to get us outside of field goal range, and they're going to drag down Adams on 4th and 12. We are going to punt it. There's Jason Thompson, excuse me, and he nails a perfect one. Coffin corner inside the 3, and Boston College is going to be backed up inside the shadow of their own end zone. Actually, this one's inside the 1.5. Kendrick quickly on the out route to Baker, the tight end. He breaks a tackle, fighting up forward. My goodness, Martin Baker, 25 yards, and that certainly quiets the Marshall crowd a little bit. There went our chance for the safety. Ryan Young in coverage. There's Stewart on a deep slant route. Zach Stewart's got 21, and 2 plays in, they're out to the midfield stripe. Kendrick out to Ostrander out the sideline. Nice job by Johnson to clean that one up. 0-yard gain on 1st down. Now a 2nd and 10. Kendrick looking downfield, flipping it. Corey Brown misses a tackle. Casey Scott spins down. He's got 7. It's a 3rd and 3. Kendrick in the shotgun. Looking deep to the sideline. Macklin coming back for the ball. Jamie Macklin, 21 yards. Nice little comeback route here. Had David Watkins looking into the backfield a little bit. That's a nice conversion on 3rd down. 1st and 10, pressure coming from Corey Brown. Quickly, they get it away. Kendrick throws this one deep up the sideline. It's too far. Now play action on 2nd and 10. It's dropped by the tight end, and they're quickly to 3rd and 10 as Marshall's starting to play good D inside their own 25. Kendrick, 4 people sent home, lobbed back across his body, and it's Patrick Roach into the end zone for a 26-yard touchdown. I have no clue how he makes this throw. He steps up. He's got people all around him, across his body, on a rope, in stride. What a dot by Kendrick. I talked about not being afraid of him, but my God, that was a throw. And just like that, it is a 1-score ball game. Boston College looking like they were dead. Now, deep down the sideline, and this one probably should have been intercepted by Golden. Slightly underthrown, looking for Chandler Taylor as we took a shot. 2nd and 10, quick screen out to Tommy Chambers, and this one's stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and Marshall quickly to a 3rd and 10. Well, the tides and the momentum are changing. Adams deep out of the backfield. Casey Smith juking, breaking tackles, spinning, now back juking. Oh my goodness, Casey Smith, 18-yard reception, saving the day on 3rd and long. That was just a check down, trying to get the ball out of our hands as we flip it out to Smith again, but his momentum carries him out of bounds, and just like that, we say something good and the play goes negative. Jeff Clemens into the game, 2nd and 16. Quickly to Matthews, breaking a few tackles. Now he's out into the open field, across the 30, 25, down inside the 20, 34 yards as Marshall does a great job breaking tackles. William Matthews with a big play there. We fake the screen. Now looking to get outside of the pocket. Adams just has to dump this one. A little fake screen, looking for the shot up the sideline on the left side. It was all covered, forcing the throwaway. Now a 2nd and 10. Adams outside of the pocket. All of his receivers working left. Nowhere to go. Threw it away again. Now a check down to Casey Smith on 3rd and 10. Stop me if you've heard this before. He's a little short. Going to leave us with a 4th and 1. And Marshall stays out there. The run game so good today. And on 4th and 1, Casey Smith rumbles for 10 and has his 2nd touchdown on the day. Really well blocked. Doesn't get touched. Probably wouldn't have gotten touched from 20 yards out. Marshall 21-7, taking this lead and extending it. Wake Forest and Duke, kind of middling teams, struggling to start their year. They're locked up in a battle as that one creeps towards halftime alongside our game. Really, really big drive. The huge 3rd down conversion, punching it in on 4th and 1. Marshall get a little breathing room, 21-7. Ostrander back-to-back plays. Quick short rushes, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 1, motioning the tight end off the formation. 7-step drop by Kendrick, and instantly pressured, he's going to go down. Marshall's D stepping up. Matt Sullivan gets the sack, and just like that, we needed it big time. We get the 3 and out, and we've got the ball back at midfield in control as we creep towards halftime. Quarterback keeper for Adams pressured quickly. Casey Smith out of the backfield on 2nd and 3, breaking a tackle, falling forward, another 18-yard reception, Andrew Adams doing a great job finding 25 out of the backfield. He has been so dangerous. Rocker play action on first down. Adams breaks the tackle, dumps it off to Smith. Fumble. I think he might have been down. Thomas Webb was Johnny on the spot to recover it. He was down. 2nd and 3 as we continue to do it. And unfortunately, Andrew Adams has gone disappearing again. So don't mind me. Nothing to see here. Just NCAA being broken. We're going to rush this one out for a no gain. That is annoying. We've done so many episodes of this series. I think this is episode 82. And only in season 6 has that started to happen. So I don't know what that's all about. 3rd and 3. Adams deep outside of the pocket, flipping to the end zone. He has William Matthews for a touchdown. A flag is down. Oh, this one's coming back. They're going to get us for a hold. They say this is on Casey Smith. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little bit. I don't see much in that. Coach Mayo doesn't love it. Backs us up to a 3rd and 13. Under 2 minutes to go. We go the design quarterback run, just trying to get inside of field goal range and run the clock. Boston College does not take the timeout. Leaves us with a 4th and 10. We run down the clock as much as we can. We trot out Manny Seymour, and he drills it. So Marshall taking the 17-point lead with a minute to go in the first half. 24-7. Ryan Young, great pass coverage, swatting this one down on 1st and 10. 1:06 to go, 2nd and 10. Kendrick in the shotgun. Decent protection. Dances around a little bit. Now throws late. Back over his body. Scott Ward swats this one down as he breaks on the ball. Incomplete, leaving them with a quick 3rd and 10. Pitch right. Ostrander. Oh, Matt Sullivan takes a bad angle. Then Ryan Young doesn't click on. And Ostrander gets a gain of 11, keeping the chains moving. They do decide to use the timeout. 55 seconds to go as he throws it away on 1st down. Pressure was coming. 2nd and 10, 51 seconds. Quick flip. Look at Ryan Young, another TFL. What in the world has gotten into him on pass D today? 3rd and 10, 48 seconds to play. Flipping it late to the sideline to Smith. We got a gang tackle. We hit him out of bounds. It's a 4th down. Clock stops. We are going to get the ball back. 3 timeouts, 36 seconds to go. Adams out of the backfield to who else? Casey Smith, as he smacks a man in the face, has 5. 2nd and 5, 30 seconds, all 3 timeouts. Brennan Armstrong over the middle, 15-yard gain. Coach Mayo hits the timeout. 27 seconds left. Plenty of time, can still use the entirety of the field. Well covered downfield, nowhere to go. We're going to have to throw this one away. 22 seconds left to go. In shotgun, 2 tight ends left. Well protected. Offensive line doing their job. Andrew Adams getting outside the pocket as we ran kind of verticals. And he's got a couple yards. Going to leave us with a 3rd and 4. We run it. Casey Smith on the counter. He's got the 1st. We're going to take another timeout. Inside of 11 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 30. Marshall driving. Adams scrambles, escapes, running up the sideline. Has to get out of bounds. He does. 4 seconds left. Not enough time for another play, but enough time for Manny Seymour to come back out and hit another one. Beautifully done. 27-7. Marshall. Coach Mayo's fired up. That was a good sequence by the boys. Under 37 seconds left, we march it down and get 3 more. That's our halftime score. Marshall in control. 173 pass yards to just 121 for BC. We've had the ball for 18 minutes. We've forced an additional turnover to R1, but 26 rush yards to 145. I feel like if we wanted to run the ball on every play, we absolutely could score on every possession. But obviously, we want to be dynamic. We want to work on a few things. Hopefully, we can extend this lead and get some of these starters out early in the second half. Coach Mayo's D looking good. 1 sack, 2 INTs, only 147 yards of total offense given up in that first half. Let's see if they can continue the dominance. Starting the 3rd quarter, Kendrick under pressure, throwing it away. 2nd and 10 in shotgun, empty set. 5 guys out in the route. Over the middle to Smith, his tight end, falling on the 1st down marker. He's got it. Kendrick quickly to Smith again. 7-yard reception. Didn't even basically get the ball into his hand before he was starting his throwing motion. Play action, Kendrick feeling the pressure, throwing it away. Going to leave him with a 3rd and 3 as those plays happen in quick succession, and that one's too high and wide over his target up the sideline. We'll see if they punt this one. They do line it up, get the ball away. Casey Smith settling under it at his 25. Working up the left side, now cuts right across the middle of the field, has an angle. Across the 40, out to the 50, just short of the 50, 23-yard return. Good work by Casey Smith. 8:04 in the 3rd quarter as we get this drive going. A false start on the Marshall offense. Gonna back us up 5. First and 15 from our 45. Quickly to Cedric Britt, juking upfield, spinning forward. We get all those yards back. Going to be 2nd and 6 upcoming. Tommy Chambers, the motion man, into the backfield. We go triple option. Pitch it out to Chambers. I don't know how Andrew Adams got that out of his hand. Could have easily been a fumble. We do get 2 yards, but not much. Well defended by BC. Counter on 3rd and 4. Can Casey Smith get to the sticks? He can, and so much more. Tommy Chambers trying to get a block out there. He could have scored. 34 yards. Incredible individual effort by Smith, who has been unstoppable today. If Tommy could have just gotten a piece of 37, Casey's going to walk that one in. 34 yards, we're inside the red zone again. Lobbing to the end zone, first play after the Casey Smith run. Cedric Britt on the little tight end corner route. Love to see it. Touchdown, Marshall. Good ball by Andrew Adams, good touch, but honestly, so much separation by Cedric Britt. There was absolutely no one around him. Not sure what the safety is doing in there on the hash mark. Gotta protect the end zone. Cedric Britt tumbles into the end zone. Marshall, 34-7. As we've run 44 plays, 375 yards of total offense. Kendrick, first play of the drive, looking to set up the screen, and he just had to dump this one. 2nd and 10 with so many Kendrick throwaways. There's another one. 3rd and 10. This Boston College O-line getting whipped all day. Not getting a lot of sacks, Marshall's D, but obviously putting a ton of pressure on the quarterback as Matt Sullivan just kind of gets outran in this one. They pick up the 3rd and long and convert. Almost out to the 50. Over the middle, it's Stewart picking up a block as he breaks a tackle. Tyrone Hooper grabs him down. Zach Stewart with 15. A long 3rd down conversion, a 15-yard reception, and all of a sudden, they're kind of threatening. Now an 11-yard slant to Alex Scott. 1st and 10 from the 25. Kendrick lobbing over the middle. Scott drops it. Oof, that one was wide open as he found a spot in the zone, but he couldn't hang on. 2nd and 10, condensed formation. Kendrick to the sideline, finding Scott. Gets hit hard by Mario Sanders. He's got himself 6 yards, leaving them with a 3rd and 4. False start, Boston College, as they were a little too antsy to get going. Going to make this a hard 3rd down to convert. 3rd and 9. Marshall, 3 linebackers, 3 defensive linemen, 5 DBs in the game, and that's going to go down as a sack as we get home with only 3. Ron Davis, look at this little spin move he puts on the right tackle, and he gets in on the quarterback, Kendrick, right as he gets ready to throw it. And that's going to make this a very challenging field goal. 4th and 17.
Nope.
And it's no good. It leaks right at the last minute, just outside of the range. I don't even know if it would have gotten there. And I don't think it would have made it even if it was on target. Marshall dodges the bullet as they gave up some yards. Casey Smith, first play of the drive, and he's got some room. Rumbling, and he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 41-yard carry. Always a good thing when you get a pancake from your right guard who has just pulled through the hole about 8 yards downfield. Yeah, usually that run play is going to go well. Brian Justice with the decleater. Andrew Adams, empty, stopping, throwing, finding Lou Walker. He's downfield. He's got 16. Marshall inside the 20. At about the 12, 1st and 10. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Lou Walker catches his 2nd straight. He's got 8 yards over the middle. Andrew Adams feeling the pressure. Now going to tuck and run, powering forward. 5-yard scramble touchdown for QB1, and he's going to get in. Felt a little pressure. Derek Marcus kind of let a guy leak inside. He spins out of it. He rushes into the end zone, and Marshall 41-7 midway through the 3rd quarter. Cruising. The D playing well. The offense being scrappy and running the ball insane as Kendrick gets smoked. Kind of walked himself right into the pressure. Ron Davis hits him. It's a sack of 8 yards. Backed up into his own end zone, almost hit again. Aaron Soule with a nice tackle as we were a little iffy on the tackling out there along the sideline. Ostrander, 3rd and 11. They go draw play to him, kind of conceding there. Boston College 3 and out. They're going to punt it. Marshall takes over at their own 40. Roy Morris, the backup QB in the game, as he throws almost what should have been an interception. Not almost, absolutely should have been an interception on 1st down. 2nd and 10, yeah, probably the better idea. Give it to the running back inside. 9 yards for Jeff Clemens. All of the Marshall 2s are in the game. Clemens on 3rd and 1. Somehow they say he got to the 1st down marker. He converts. Now a Roy Morris keeper gets himself into the run game a little bit. True freshman QB, 75 overall. Roy Morris getting some run. Jeff Clemens, the senior, sweep left, 4 yards. He's got the first. Marshall basically looking to ice this one. Get some plays, get some reps in for some of the young guys. Jeff Clemens breaking a hole open. Nice little run from him. Good to see him get some yards too. 20-yard gains. He's got 8.5 per carry on 4 touches. Beautifully done there. Got a good block from Cedric Britt down the field. That is the start of the 4th quarter. Brennan Armstrong still kind of in the game. Don't want to see that. We flip it out to him. 81 rumbling forward. Gets stood up along the sideline. Pushed out of bounds. Cedric Britt across the formation. Sweep left. Clemens well blocked. Fighting off a few tackles and falls into the end zone. Good tough run. 10 yards. Jeff Clemens, one of our first recruits, really should have been the guy. And Casey Smith has come in and supplanted that spot. But good tough run by Jeff Clemens. Good to see him having a little bit of a game. 48-7. Boston College, their starters still in the game. Marshall's number 2s on defense now in the game. Zach Stewart picks up 8 on first down. Now Kendrick over the middle. Alex Scott, well done by Mario Sanders to get a hand in there late. Break it up, leaving them with a 3rd and 2. Marshall trying to place a man coverage on the back end. Ostrander, the running back, breaks a few tackles. He's got a nice pickup. Converts the first down. Kendrick looking to set up the screen. This one does get to Ostrander. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that is it. Marshall doing a great job sniffing out screens today. 2nd and 10 across the middle. Houston going to get spun down. He's got a gain of 5. Going to leave him with a 3rd and 5. Kendrick settling in, looking left, late to the sideline. White has it. Eddie White with 14 yards as they've put together a good little drive. They've thrown the ball a little bit on us. Nothing too threatening, but they've sustained a few drives. Not a lot of points. 1st and 10. Kendrick under pressure. Somehow stays alive and then throws a strike back across the middle to Casey Scott. That play felt like it took 20 years to happen. Oh, that's frustrating to give up all of that time and then end up giving up the actual first down. Incomplete on first. Kendrick throwing. Smith, the tight end, over the middle, has 9 as he falls forward. Now, can Marshall stand up and get a goal line stop? 3rd and 1. They're going to stop the fullback dive. That's a nice play there. John Stewart, the backup safety, makes a nice play. It's going to leave him with a 4th and 1. Ostrander gets decapitated. What a hit. Aaron Sowell, nice play. Sheds the block of the tight end. Clotheslines Ostrander in the backfield. And that is a turnover on downs. Nice play by the true freshman. Number 1 linebacker in the class last season, starting as a freshman at Marshall. Roy Morris from his own end zone flips it out to Cedric Britt, 2nd and 5. Sweep right to Clemens, who's having a great day. Powering forward, breaking tackles, 16-yard rush. 4 minutes to go. Marshall in great shape. Now a 2nd and 8 play. Roy Morris getting outside the pocket, showing the athleticism a little bit. And he's going to fumble as he gets hit from behind. Thompson from Boston College is going to dive on it. Oh, kind of a silly play by the true freshman. Looking to do a little too much. Probably just needs to go out of bounds. Instead, cuts it upfield. Bennett hits him from behind, punches it out. Roy Morris fumbles. Boston College has it back with 3:30 to go. Shifting the D-line, Kendrick looking downfield over the middle. Very first play of the next drive. Paul Jenkins, the backup free safety, has the INT. Beautiful. Well, that helps out your quarterback. Paul Jenkins, free safety number 2. He's kind of just all over this slant route. He's not in man, he's in zone. I don't know what Kendrick sees. He obviously does not see Jenkins as he steps in front of that throw and gets the ball right back for us. Jeff Clemens inside give as we start the next drive. Hopefully Roy Morris can make up for his error. Has 2. Now Clemens running again. 3rd and 1 upcoming. 2 minutes to go in the 4th. Oh, nice little delayed give to Clemens as he breaks another tackle. Working outside. The numbers, 14-yard rush. Clemens again, stepping out of a tackle, keeping his balance, falling forward. He's got another 5. 15 seconds left to go. We'll give it to Clemens one more time, juking, breaking a few tackles. And I think that's going to be the final action as Clemens looks like he got shaken up a little bit. But Marshall does ultimately let the clock run out from there. Roy Morris gets bailed out by the late INT as Marshall doesn't give up any more points. Casey Smith, your player of the game. Man, love to see that. 48-7 Marshall handles its business. I felt like we were sleepwalking through this one a little bit, but we do ultimately get it done. Some valuable reps in there for some young guys. Casey Smith goes off, 173 yards on 14 carries, 2 touchdowns. He also leads us in receiving as well. 7 catches for another 57. We mentioned it last episode. We wanted to get him more involved, and he's proved us right. Adams with a solid 218 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. He also adds another 52 on the ground and another touchdown. So a 3-touchdown day. Adams has been so solid. We didn't ask him to do very much in this one. He didn't need to. I love the way he's playing. Almost 30 full minutes of possession for us today. 341 yards rushing as a team. We hold them to just 17 on the ground when you take in and account for all the quarterback sacks. We get 3 INTs. The defense continues to just suffocate people. Nice win for the boys at home. We are somehow at week 8 already, but first we got to talk about news on the trail. And it's good news. We get a solid commitment from a position that I find really hard to recruit, tight end. Ryan Allen is in the class. Thomas Harris, Jeff Huff, Clint Reese, and TJ McCrary are ready to visit, and we are still in good shape in battles for guys like Young, Pope, and Williams. Really good news today, nothing negative. Another week, another new guy added to the class. Marshall maintains the top spot on the list with 7 4- or 5-star players in the class. Rob McCutcheon, we haven't mentioned. He did visit this week. He's more of a long-term project tight end. But today we add Ryan Allen. He is Brennan Armstrong insurance all the way. 6'3", 225, a 3-star JUCO from Texas. He's a 78 overall and exactly what we need to help the room maintain its current standard. They list him as a blocking tight end, which is perfect to pair with Cedric Britt next year, and he really does it all. He's a solid athlete. He's in the mid-70s on speed, acceleration, jumping, and strength. And despite being a blocking tight end, 79 catch, 79 route running, 84 catch in traffic, we can absolutely work with that. I know he's only a 2-year rental as a JUCO, but that is a fantastic player for us. I wanted to take the rest of this episode, dive into a little more recruiting, highlight a few more of my favorite targets for this class. Thomas Harris, 6'5", 221, 4-star, the number 10 athlete in the class. He's a 79 overall, and the game lists him as a wide receiver, but I wonder if he should be a tight end. 89 speed, 92 acceleration, 87 route running, but he's got 70 strength. And this screen doesn't show us his blocking stats, but if he's halfway decent, he could be the new pass catching threat for us in that room. Definitely want to keep an eye on him. Next guy, one of my favorites, Antoine Gross, 6'3", 212. He's a 4-star athlete from Georgia, and I like what we've seen from Roy Morris, the 75 overall freshman that we signed. Mike Newton, 4-star, 75 overall. He's a hard Marshall lean in this class, but to stay at our level of national championship contender, we need a dynamic player like Gross in this class. 80 overall, +7 gym, 87 speed, 90 acceleration. Yeah, he can play a little wide receiver, 81 catching, but I cannot help but look towards the bottom. 87 throw power, 81 throw accuracy. I'm assuming he gets a year to sit behind Andrew Adams, who isn't draft eligible until after next season. But then as a redshirt freshman, I think Gross could be even better than Adams is right now as a first-time starter. I have no doubt about that. I will be pushing really hard to get him here. Last guy I'm going to talk about, this one is a fun one just to get a different type of skill player. We already have Grant Kelly in the class, 78 overall. So I'm going to take a flyer on TJ McCrary, a 68 overall 3-star. And I know that's a little low for our standard. He's the 139th wide receiver in the class from Texas, but check out the size and speed. 6'6", 226, 95 speed the day he steps on campus. And I get it, only 62 catching. He has hardly any agility or acceleration. He's clearly just a deep shot guy exclusively, but you cannot teach size and speed, and there is incredible value to us having a big arm quarterback and an over-the-top vertical threat from the outside. It would take a few years to get him to develop, but we've never had a guy at 6'6" with that kind of speed. I gotta give it a shot. I'm really enjoying this class and how it's coming together. We already have a bunch of solid guys committed, but there's also a few of these guys out there like I'm showing you that are really intriguing to me. So we'll talk about some more guys in the future as the weeks roll along, but I wanted to give you guys this kind of mid-season update right now. I'm not sure what kind of backdoor handshakes Dabo has going on, but somehow 2-3 Clemson is still ranked, and they've actually moved up since we last looked. up 2 spots to number 14. I have no idea what's going on here, but either way, we head to Death Valley next episode and another ranked banger. I appreciate you guys tuning into this one against Boston College. Thanks for all the love and support on this series. I'm fired up for the new NCAA game in 2024. Stay locked into the channel for this series as we grind our way towards that. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.